Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
With the Big Family Homestead, and today we're going to save you some money. Well,
yes, hopefully.
Fingers crossed, eyes crossed, legs crossed, ears crossed, crossed. The thing is this, we've got a big family with 7 kids. 2 of them are now in the military and they have their own families. But we still feed 5 kids plus ourselves. And we're going to show you some of the tips and tricks that we use to make a monthly budget, meal plan, and we don't eat junk. And we're talking for $300 a month.
That's right. This is going to save your family tons of time and heartache, and this is a lot of fun. We really enjoy doing this.
Okay, and something you need to know going into it: if you stick with the meal plan, you will save money.
Yes.
Every time we get off the plan, all of a sudden it's like, what just happened to $100 this month?
Right. We're going to the store every couple of days because we want this, and this for dinner. No. This we do once a month shopping. Then we'll do a short about every week and a half for fresh veggies that we don't have growing in our garden, or things that, especially during the winter time, if we need some fresh vegetables, then we'll run to the store for that.
Now, rules going in. Rules. Here's the thing. Not everybody has the ability to grow their own meats. Mm-hmm. Not everybody has a garden like we have. However, we are still taking into account that if you have to go buy these things, then we're fitting that into the $300.
Right.
Now, that said, we spend a lot less.
We do. We spend probably $150 to $200 at the store a month.
Yep. But that's because we grow a lot of stuff.
We do grow a lot of stuff. We have a garden. We also have chickens for eggs. We have chickens for meat. We have beef for meat. We have cows for meat, or steers.
Yeah.
And then pigs for meat. And we also have a dairy cow. So that's a big expense right
milk,
there.
Sour cream, butter, cheeses.
Cheese, yeah.
We don't spend that much. However, once again, we're saying that $300 mark so that it will account for people that don't have access to the stuff we do.
Exactly.
That said, let's get rocking, baby.
The first thing that we do use is a blank grid. It doesn't have any dates on it, so you can use it for any month of the year. You just fill those dates in. If you would like a copy of this, please send us an email and I'll be happy to send you a copy of this. Or you can create your own. Isn't
it in Google?
Actually,
it's
a Google Drive. No, it's not a template. I created it myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a template. You can even print off a calendar. Use a wall calendar. It really does not matter. This is just what we have used. It makes it really easy.
Okay. Now, do you want to keep a running tally as we go rather than tabulating at the end?
We can.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
So first things first, we try really hard to get a variety of different meals. We don't stack a lot of stuff up together like meat meal.
No.
Or carb meal. Mm-mm. Oh yeah, the other thing too is breakfast and lunches. Right out of the gate, lunches are generally leftovers at our house.
Generally, yes. Sometimes we'll have sandwiches or something quick if we're working out in the field or something like that. But generally, it is leftovers.
Yeah. So we do provide, like the kids get their own breakfasts and lunches, and we provide all that stuff, whether it's leftovers or whether it's, stuff like cereal or, oatmeal or whatever it is that it may be. They get those meals on their own. Then we always have a sit-down full family dinner just about every night. Yeah,
it's just about every night. Yeah, so we have for breakfast, we have a variety of things. We have several different cereals that they like. Eggs.
Always
oatmeal.
Eggs.
Sometimes they just like toast with jam. So it's.
And Claire, our eldest, has been going through this weird phase where she has salsa and chips for breakfast. I'm like, I guess it's healthy.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah. So that's kind of funny. So we have a shortage of tortilla chips just about all the time.
Because of Claire.
Because Claire, yeah.
All right. The other thing is what we'll do is we'll go and grab our go-to, because we always want to start out with a good plan in mind. In that we know there's certain days of the week that are going to be busy, so you got to make lighter meals, and certain days that you can spend a little more time on something a little more elaborate, like a Sunday afternoon where it's kind of you're not really doing a lot of work. It's just like, hey, you want to have pot roast? Let's have pot roast.
Let's have pot roast.
You know.
Right. And then when, with the 7 kids we have, there's not really a month goes by where there's not a birthday.
Yeah.
So when there is a birthday, that child or adult gets to pick their meal.
Right. We plan for that.
We plan for that. So we always say, okay, Ruth, what would you like for dinner? And what did she want this year? She wanted pizza.
She wanted the local pizza joint.
Yeah. So that was a really easy one.
Oh, yeah, fine.
Okay,
whatever.
fine. Right.
The other thing is this. We grab our go-to sources. Like, we just released our brand new cookbook. Yes. And it's basically our family favorites, but it's all the stuff we kind of forgot to put in the first book. Mm-hmm. And we were like, oh, I can't believe we didn't put that in there.
And I have gone through this cookbook with a fine-tooth comb, and if you guys find a mistake...
She's going to jump off a cliff.
I might. I just might. No, not really.
Anyway, if you need some ideas, there's a link down below. It's very affordable, and I'll tell you what, we don't generally, once in a while, we'll buy food that's like in a box, but it's very rare. Like 99% of the time, it's from scratch stuff.
Right.
So it's not chemical loaded. Mm-hmm. It's good actual food, not like processed Velveeta spread of doom that will never melt in.
Not in this house, no.
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 So link down below.
Yes.
We grab all our resources. So that's how we start.
So right here, I have a copy of our old cookbook, which I had to take out of the binder so that I could edit it.
To fix the issues.
Fix the other issues. So that is completed. And on my laptop right in front of us, we have our new cookbook. So these are all of our favorite recipes, and this is super easy to make.
Oh, don't forget to tell them why we are releasing the second, or what we're going to do with the second cookbook. Why we're trying to raise money for our house.
Yeah, I was like,
we're at this homestead, and it's like a land contract kind of thing. So we're trying real hard to raise money so that we can get an actual mortgage.
Yes.
But the bank says, hey, guess what? You need a lot of money down. Mm-hmm. So any purchase of the cookbook is helping us out like that. So thank you in advance.
All that goes into the house fund.
Yep. So hopefully someday soon this can be our actual house.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
Okay.
How do you want to start, baby? Start with Old Faithfuls.
Okay.
Old Faithfuls. Our kids would pretty much revolt with pitchforks and torches if we did not have spaghetti or some kind of spaghetti-ish thing at least 3 times a month.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I've got.
Minimum.
I don't know when the first of the month is. It's a Thursday. Okay, so.
Yep. Which should be released today. You should be able to watch this video today.
That is true. So the first thing that we do, aside from getting all of our supplies here, is I fill in the calendar with the correct days of the month.
You fill in that calendar, and then I'll continue to talk about how we do this. Because we do tag team this. Mm-hmm. In that we also try to make sure that you're eating seasonally. Because if there's fresh stuff in the garden, you want to use the fresh stuff. Or even eating seasonally, the best deals wherever you go to the grocery store are going to be what's fresh. Like if all of a sudden it's, corn on the cob, you can get corn on the cob here. It's a little high. It's 4 for $1. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's very expensive here.
Yeah. But, those are those summer things that you're not going to really get fresh anytime else of the year. So you want to make sure you put those things seasonally in. So our dates, we basically do our bigger meals on Sundays, And we'll do like maybe a fun night either on a Friday or a Saturday. Like we'll do what we call family movie night. And then other than that, we kind of, since it's not during the school year, we kind of just do what we want to do during the middle of the week.
Right. But we have a couple of big events coming up at the end of this month. Our daughter Claire is going off to school, so we have a graduation party for her. So we have to plan for that.
Right.
And then her birthday. So that's a huge...
Did she say what she wants?
No, she hasn't. So we're going to have to ask her what she would like.
We'll leave that blank.
For her birthday. So I already know what we're having on the graduation party. We're just going to have one of the hams that we had grown last winter from one of our pigs. So our hams...
They're massive.
They're humongous.
Massive.
So we'll be able to feed 50
one.
people no problem with one.
Yeah, and Mama makes rolls. So I don't think it would be fair to put that in the cost of the overall month.
Oh, no.
Because
but we did pay for it.
We did, but that's not going to be fair to them. So
No.
We'll just plan. You know what? Just to make it fair for them, call it an $8 day.
Okay.
Even though for us it's vastly...
Right.
You know.
Well, I mean, okay.
And you buy a small ham, and that's your deal.
Right. You know, when we did process those animals, it cost us about $1. Was it $1.20? $1.20 a pound for everything. So this ham is probably at least 15 pounds.
So, but for them, we'll call that day ham and potatoes.
Okay.
Because what you can do is you don't need the whole thing. You can get a small chunk of ham that's like 2 pounds.
$3 or $4.
$3 or $4. And then you can go ahead and get some potatoes, make your au gratin potatoes, and for $8 you have a really nice meal.
Yes.
And make rolls. There you go. Okay, so let's start with Old Faithful. You know, spaghetti. Put it on there.
All right.
Do you want to have something other than spaghetti, like a ziti or a...
Oh yeah, something different other than spaghetti.
We'll put a spaghetti on there.
Yeah, ziti is nice. We haven't had that in a while.
Yeah, because spaghetti costs us $4. That's what it is, that meal. We'll have spaghetti, and then there'll be either a bread or a salad. And we don't use, if we're having salad, we don't use the whole head of lettuce, because you can get 3 meals out of that if it's a side. So a head, she hates the heads of lettuce. I love the heads of lettuce.
I don't like the iceberg lettuce.
But currently it's $1. It's $1. So you can get 3 sides out of that for 33 cents.
Yeah, it's a filler though. There's no nutritional value to it.
Didn't you know that lettuce is really just there to hold salad dressing?
Time out. If you buy the organic romaine heads, they come 3 to a bag. Those are $2.99. So you're getting the same amount. It is going to cost you more per head of lettuce, but it's a better deal.
Okay, so you need a couple more spaghettis on there somewhere during the month. And I'm previewing here what we've got. One of the things that's always a go-to that the kids absolutely love, they love any kind of meal that they can kind of select and pick and put things together that they want, like baked potato bar.
They love creating their own
So slap that on there, baked potato bar, because then what you do is you can get a bag of russet potatoes. There's 10 pounds right now for, what is it? It's super cheap.
It was $2.50
Yeah.
at Aldi.
$2.50 for 10 pounds of food, and you're never going to eat all that. No. That's like 3 meals worth of stuff.
Well, also, you can use up your leftovers. So if you have leftover beef or turkey or chicken, chop it up, heat it up. You can put that on your potato, salsa, any kind of chili or...
Oh, yeah.
Any kind of leftovers you can put on top of your baked potato, and it really makes it.
But anytime those kids, they get to go, I want this, I want that, and I make my own, they love that kind of thing.
Right.
So you got baked potato bar on there.
I have baked potato
Another must at least twice a month is some kind of tacos.
Some kind of tacos, yes, of course. Alrighty, let's see.
So, and when I say some kind of tacos, it could be...
Any kind of taco.
Yeah, well, it could be taco salad.
Yeah.
It could be soft tacos, crunchy tacos. It could be whatever you want. Tostadas.
Right.
it's kind of all the same stuff. They just arrange it
or
differently.
burritos. We'll do burritos, but any kind of Mexican style food.
We're due for chicken enchiladas.
Ooh, okay.
Chicken enchiladas. We have not done that.
We can do that.
And you know, chicken enchiladas. Here's the thing. People don't realize you don't have to have so much meat. Meat is one of those things that really is a budget killer. You can, you know, even a family of 4, 5, 6, make rice, make a nice Spanish rice, and then put your chicken in there so you can really make it stretch.
Yes, that is a great way to stretch your meal, however, and then but still be filling and healthy.
Yeah. And that way, you know, you pick up a tomato. Oh, what she's been doing lately, her pico.
Oh,
is that in the recipe book?
It is in the recipe book.
The new one.
Yes, actually put in there twice, so I had to take out once.
But what we started doing, like instead of putting tomatoes on your taco and then putting maybe a little onions and then some stuff, so much flavor. If you just ditch all that and you put her pico on there,
it's really good. It's like a salsa but chunkier. So it's tomatoes, onions, jalapenos, cilantro.
You can ditch the
lime.
cilantro if that's not your thing.
If you don't like cilantro, try popolo. It's a great alternative. A lot of people really like it. So there's
lime, salt,
garlic.
It's really good.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. If I haven't said it before, I will probably say it another million times. I love simple ingredients to make food taste delicious.
Yeah, we gotta have flavor. I don't like this bland stuff. No.
Food's gotta have flavor, and having what in the world's with the dryer?
That's the dryer.
The dryer keeps buzzing. It's annoying. Sorry.
Distracted.
It is very distracting.
So did you got a couple tacos on there?
Yes, I got tacos, and I have chicken enchiladas. That's probably plenty for the 4 weeks.
Okay, now let's look. Where is the new cookbook? Do you have that called up here?
I have it right here. Okay. So what do you want to find?
Let's look at some entrees. What do we have
All right,
there?
let me go to the main dishes.
And one thing we do also is like we'll keep our old menu plans. That way you've got a bunch of different ideas. And like right now being summertime, not a lot of soups going on.
That's soup.
Not a lot of soups. What do we got
Screen
here?
was bigger.
Oh, she's still in soup land.
Sorry. There it is.
There we go. Oh, this is good.
That one's really good.
Wait, what just happened? That jumped a bunch.
Yeah, it did. Oh, you went back up to the top.
It's all right. I'll move it. Okay, let's go like this. Here we are.
You're too far.
Well, okay. Why don't you
There,
start?
stop.
Well, let's do this, Mama.
There. Okay.
How about we always make sure to put just plain old salad bar and bread on at least a couple times in the month.
Yeah.
Probably about 3. Why don't you go ahead and do that, and then how can you gently go down?
2 fingers.
I hate her computer. Good Lord.
Don't click. Just like this.
I've been doing computer stuff my entire life, and I hate this dang computer. It's here to kill me, or I might throw it at the wall.
It's because it's an apple, and he doesn't like apple.
I tried so hard to like the apple.
I know.
It didn't last more than a month. Ooh, here, she's been in fish mode.
Oh, I have. You know, it must be something that my body is craving, because at least
She wants more fish.
2 or 3 times a month, I'm like, okay, we have to have fish. Whether it's, tilapia or salmon or cod, those are really mild fish flavors. If it tastes too fishy, I just can't handle it, but my body must need it. So we found at Aldi some really good deals on fresh wild caught fish. They had cod, and then they had mahi, salmon, and tilapia. Those 3 were fresh, never frozen. So I took them home and we froze them. But they were still really delicious. So there is a recipe I found, and I have tweaked it to make it taste really, really good, is maple bourbon glazed salmon.
Yep.
Yum.
I think I would prefer it. Well, go ahead. You can put that on there.
Okay.
I personally would prefer a white fish rather than the salmon.
Yeah.
But, okay, party people of YouTube, listen to me. Sometimes you got to take one for the team.
Yep.
Every meal that you're going to put on there is not going to be your favorite, and that's okay. Because I know Mama really likes it, and so I will smile and go, boy, this is really great, honey. Thank you so much for making it.
Behave yourself.
I am. Okay, so moving on. Let's see what else we got. One of Christa's has to be on there at least once a month is her red beans and rice.
Yeah.
So what we do is her red beans and rice, that's in our first cookbook. But it is killer, man.
Yeah.
It's so good. And you make it with a little bit of chicken or something like that because it is just like, it's totally carb bland. I mean, you got beans and rice. But there's a lot of flavor in it. It's cheap to make. How much the actual beans and rice is probably what, about $2.50?
Not even. Because the can of beans one can of beans is about 70 cents. We use 2, and then we've made the sofrito that goes with it, which is a combination of bell peppers, onions, tomatoes, cilantro, and parsley, and you just blend that up. And then
Rice.
The rice is, I think, pretty much negligible, maybe a quarter.
Yeah.
Because we use 2 cups of rice. And then we'll use chicken thighs. We'll just sear them in the skillet or on the grill, and that's a
Yeah, you're talking a few
$5,
bucks.
$6 meal.
Less
and
than
the
that.
kids love it. That's one of Claire's favorites.
It's like $5
So
somewhere
we're
in
gonna have
there.
to make that before she goes off to school.
Okay. Other. There goes the dryer again. Other summery foods. We either have hot dogs or bratwurst.
We like brats.
Bratwurst.
Yep. Campfire meals is another one that we like to do.
Why don't you put that on there on a Friday?
Meals? Campfire meals.
On a Friday, later in the month.
Campfire meals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Later in the month. And if you don't know what a campfire meal is, we've modified it, and you can put whatever you want. But basically, where we live, we can have a campfire in our yard. So we actually will take all the ingredients you want, whether it's cheese, potatoes. For a meat, we've been using the kielbasa sausage.
Love that.
That
because
way-
we know it's cooked and it just needs to heat through.
But you put that on the bottom, put your cheese, potatoes, whatever it is that you want, wrap it up in a foil thing, and you throw it in the coals of the fire.
Yeah, a lot of folks call them hobo meals. We have just always, since you were a kid, we've always called them campfire meals.
Yeah, you're talking $5, $6. And once again, that's one of those things that the kids like because they're like, I'd like that, or I'd like that, or I'd like that.
Right.
I only want Brussels sprouts and peas.
Okay.
Our kids actually kind of would do that.
Our kids love that, yeah.
So, okay. Evenings on Fridays, we try to do kid-friendly stuff where they can watch a movie. We can watch a movie as a family or play a game. We've been playing a lot of board games lately.
Yep. Ticket to Ride's our favorite.
Right now.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
So, homemade pizza is a must.
Yep.
And so, when you're talking the dough, the sauce and toppings, $6. I mean, because you're not going to eat the whole thing of pepperoni in one sitting. You'll eat a quarter of it. And you dole that out. You know, if you don't want to make your sauce from scratch, get a can of that Hunt spaghetti sauce.
It's $1. You know, we make 6 pizzas. And then we have the cheese, the meats, whatever meat we want. Usually it's just pepperoni. And we're talking to make 6 pizzas that are 14-inch size pizzas. And sometimes the kids eat them all. It's crazy.
I can't even eat a half of one.
You can't eat half. I can't eat a half.
And then there's lots of leftovers.
And there's leftovers for lunch. But 6 pizzas, we usually spend $6 or $7 for everything. Cheese, meat, sauce, dough. And so we'll have, even with leftovers, so it's
all right.
a good deal.
We need to put this on the meal plan. It's in our new cookbook.
Okay.
This is a recipe that I remember from when I was a kid. Like, Mom used to make this, and it's not really cheap anymore, but the title of it
Right.
is cheap spaghetti. And what it is back in the day when I was a kid, evidently pork was way cheaper than bacon, or than beef. And so it was basically, instead of having a meat in your spaghetti that was a beef product, it was actually bacon. You'd get a pound of bacon, and this, by the way, this is also one of the recipes that is heresy in our house because we do use a can of Campbell's tomato soup. It's in a can.
Yeah.
But you're talking bacon, onions, butter, Campbell's soup, and that's like the sauce.
Over noodles.
Over noodles. It's killer, but it's also really bad for you. Well, I don't. How bad is Campbell's soup?
Okay, I have not made a good tomato soup yet. So, and I'm not really willing to try because I don't even care for tomato soup.
Love tomato soup. Grilled cheese and tomato soup during the fall. That is a great meal. Grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup.
Give me a chicken noodle and I'll be happy.
All right, well, it's not soup
now.
time.
It's not soup time.
All right, so there's the cheap spaghetti.
Yep.
You got that on there somewhere?
I got that on there.
All right, let's move on. Oh,
Here's a really inexpensive meal.
this is cheap.
Yeah.
Other people call it other
SOS.
names.
They call it SOS.
In our cookbook, we call it poo on a shingle. But if you can imagine what SOS might mean, that's the common name for it.
Anyway.
So it's the thinly sliced beef, like stuff you get super cheap that's probably really bad for you.
Yes.
And you just chop it into tiny little pieces, and you basically make a cream sauce that the meat goes in, and then it goes over toast.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really yummy.
I don't really want that this month.
I don't want that. No, I don't either. That's really yummy.
Yeah.
That's really good and really healthy.
Tell them.
Okay, beef and cabbage stir fry.
There goes the dryer again.
Who turned on the buzzer is what I want to know.
How come it keeps going off?
I don't know.
That's not a good thing.
No.
Our dryer could be broken.
Okay, so
Beef and cabbage.
Beef and cabbage stir fry is a really great way to have a healthy stir fry. And there's no noodles in it, so this is, I guess, technically gluten-free.
Could be keto.
It could. I don't know what's involved with keto. I
think you just eat live animals. Keto.
That's not true.
Whoever's the slowest, they get eaten.
Okay. So the stir fry
Come here,
sauce
Nana.
is very simple, and then you've got cabbage, carrots, onions, beef, garlic, ginger, just all of the super yummy
Great.
flavors.
I was just going to say before I forgot, we need to amend that to have it as Bragg's.
Right,
right. A lot of stir fries, they say soy sauce. Soy sauce, there's a healthy alternative that's actually liquid aminos that tastes almost identical to soy sauce, but it's called liquid Bragg's.
Bragg's liquid aminos.
Liquid aminos. Tastes almost identical, and it's actually healthy for you.
Right. It's really, really good. It's taken a long time for it to become a staple other than soy sauce.
Yes.
Because someone in the house is picky.
Who?
You. Yeah.
Negative.
Yeah.
Did you put it on there? We're
I'm
only
working
halfway
on it.
through. Jeez, oh, Pete's woman. Holy macaroni. Let's see. Other ones. Okay, something that I have to have, and you can call it comfort food, whatever. It actually reminds me of when I was a kid, and I was one of those weird kids that I liked my cafeteria food at school. I did. And that's hamburger gravy over mashed potatoes.
Yes.
Cheap meal. You don't need to use a pound of meat, but if you wanted to use a pound of ground beef, what's it going for now? I don't even know.
We have no idea. We haven't bought it.
We
haven't bought it in 2 years.
But let's say that you use the half pound, which would feed a family of 4 or 5 without any problem because you're making a gravy with the ground beef as the base. You put that over mashed potatoes, and then you got a side of like carrots or something.
Well, and if you put it over mashed potatoes,
It stretches.
not only does it stretch, you have this small mound of stuff on your plate. You're full within minutes.
Yes.
It's It's very, very filling, so that if you didn't want such a heavy meal, you could put it over noodles.
Yeah.
Or
So
rice.
you're talking less than $6.
Right.
So make sure that one gets on there, baby.
Beef, yeah,
Hamburger gravy over mashed potatoes. One thing that Mama really makes very well is from scratch Alfredo. Is that in the old cookbook or the new one? Your Alfredo.
I think it's in the old. I think it's
in the old one.
Yeah.
It's very easy. It's very basic. You just need cream, some butter, Parmesan cheese. Mm-hmm. It's easy to do.
Very simple.
And so that goes over chicken very nicely.
Well, it could go over chicken. I've put it over tortellini noodles before.
Yep.
Or just regular fettuccine noodles.
We've got a lot of noodles
very
on
simple.
there though right now.
No, I know that. I'm saying it makes it really. It's a very versatile sauce to where you could use it for a lot of different things.
Okay. Well, why don't you put it over chicken? I'll grill the chicken, and then I'll marinate it in maybe like a lemon, kind of lemonish, kind of lemon butter garlic, and then you put your
No, you don't want the two conflicting flavors. No.
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
But so let's say that you got a pound of chicken.
That's my favorite.
Hold on, we'll get it on there.
I know.
Relax, sister. Calm down. Stop screaming.
Ah!
Okay, so what's a pound of chicken going for? Chicken thighs. At Aldi, it's
chicken thighs, it's like usually $1.69 a pound.
But they have days at Aldi where you can go and get it for
cents.
Between 70 and 80 cents a pound.
Yeah.
So get it on that day where you're spending $1 for your chicken, and then less than $1 for the sauce, and less than $1 for another vegetable.
Yeah.
$3 for a killer meal. There it goes, it's buzzing again. Okay, you got that one on there?
What? That one?
No, what we just talked about. Chicken.
The Alfredo chicken?
Yes.
Yes.
Now you want this one.
Yes.
Then tell them about it.
Okay, now, a lot of you know about bruschetta. Bruschetta is something that is a tomatoey, a fresh tomato and balsamic vinaigrette topping for crunchy bread. Well, I've made a recipe that will go over chicken, and it is delicious. It's real nice. So this is it's pretty much a one pan meal that you put in the oven. You can do it that way. I've done it that way. I've done it to where I sear the chicken on the grill or on the stovetop, which that makes it really easy and fast. And then you just mix up some tomatoes, some basil, some Parmesan cheese, balsamic vinegar, and then as your chicken is done and you're serving it, you put that on top. Or you can heat it through in the oven if you're roasting it in the oven.
I prefer it warm.
You do prefer it warm?
Yes.
I like it a little bit cooler, but just because I don't really like cooked tomatoes. So I'll heat it up in the oven. That's another really good one.
Go ahead and
that's
put that
a difficult recipe.
Put that one on there.
Yep.
The bruschetta chicken.
Yep.
Since we're kind of going in phases where it's like, okay, chicken meals, all right, we already did our carb meals. This one's a really, it's a unique flavor. It's creamy Parmesan carbonara chicken.
Yeah. Well, and there's 30 days, generally 31 days, not generally, there is 30 or 31 days, except for February, in a month. So we can have, 3 or 4 meals of chicken in a month. So right now we have...
Yeah, we do want
that. Chicken is a healthier meat than beef. It's a more inexpensive meat than beef. So I think we have 3.
So go ahead and definitely put that on there.
Yeah.
Or do you want something more Latin-y?
Well, we've got 3 of those. We've got the chicken enchiladas. We've got red beans and rice.
And just regular tacos?
Yeah, we're good with that. What was the last one?
I kind of was switching gears. I was thinking, well, it was the carbonara.
You want that on there?
No.
Okay.
What we want is a meal that's only going to cost you less than $5, and you're gonna love this. Nah, more like $6 to be honest, depending on your area. And that is drumroll. That is, oh doggone it, I just forgot it. It's chicken paprikash.
Oh yeah, so yummy.
Describe.
Okay, so this particular recipe you could do in a slow cooker. However, for us, it's faster in a pressure cooker. So you've got, and you can do this in your Instapot. A lot of you folks have Instapots. We don't have one, and that's really okay. We don't need any more gadgets. So we use our pressure cooker for this. It is chicken and potatoes, bell peppers, onions,
And a lot of paprika.
chicken broth, and paprika. Lots and lots of paprika.
And then a
That's
dollop
the
of sour cream.
paprikash. And then a dollop of sour cream as it's done.
Yum.
And it is so yummy. I've
Delightful.
even made it with frozen chicken.
Over noodles.
Over noodles,
Over
yes.
noodles.
Over noodles is very yummy.
So chicken paprikash is a must. That will be our other chicken.
Yes.
And then I already have the next one here. This is more summery, and I know there's a lot of people out there go, oh my gosh, you're eating pork, and then you're going to quote scripture to me. I know the scriptures. We're still going to eat pork, and it's not going to change our mind that you put that down there.
No.
We still love Jesus. We're still going to heaven. Don't worry about it. Okay, grilled pork steaks. Tenderloin steaks.
Super yummy.
You cut them about 1.5 inches thick, maybe even a little bit bigger. Just saying.
This recipe Brad made up.
It's think of it almost like a Hawaiian kind of thing. You got your sweet, and you've got a little bit of salt
And some acid.
and acid. You got red wine vinegar. There's garlic in there. There's pineapple juice. You marinate that overnight, and you grill it on this. Oh,
It's so yummy.
oh.
Sorry on that.
She actually picks it over a regular steak.
Usually.
There goes the buzzer again.
Why?
So why don't you find a place for that? Because what you can do is, like, we would do that with like a corn on the cob or something else that's already on the grill.
Yep.
And by the way, go ahead, pork steaks.
Yep.
Grilled pork steaks. And if you get your tenderloin, you don't have to use the whole thing. Just keep in mind you can portion it out where you've got enough, where you're feeling like, oh, I got a good chunk of meat. I'm feeling good. Make some rice with it, or whatever. Something that kind
Yeah,
of
rice, and this is a great summer meal. Rice and some grilled summer squash. Oh, so good.
Do tell them about Mexican street corn. She won't have like
I won't eat buttered corn anymore.
I do, but
No, if we're having corn on the cob, it is a roasted corn on the cob. We soak it in the husk for an hour, and then he grills it, and then we'll take the husk off, and we will smear.
this is where it departs for most people.
Right. We will put mayonnaise all over the corn.
I know it sounds weird.
Sounds weird.
It's good.
Some sazon that we have made,
Very good.
and lime juice. Just a few drops of lime juice on there. Has so much yummy flavor in there. It's insane. Seriously, corn doesn't have enough flavor anymore. It's got to have sazon and mayonnaise and lime juice on it now. It's so good.
It's really funny because we've got some friends that came over for dinner a few weeks ago, and I told them, I was like, you ever had this Mexican street corn? They're like, no. And they're like, that sounds gross. And I, for 3 years, I saw it online. I'm like, I trust the Food Wishes guy. I like the Food Wishes guy. And he was talking about it, and I'm like, I cannot get my head around the idea of putting mayonnaise on corn.
on corn. It sounds so wrong.
It does.
Yeah.
But then when we first tried it, it was like, holy, where have you been all my life?
Exactly. It's why did our parents deprive us of this? But
So anyway,
no.
squirrel, Mexican
Yeah.
street corn.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's find,
Yum. That's another one of my favorites.
yes, that's gotta be.
All right.
I know we're adding another chicken menu.
You know what? Who cares? We're gonna have lots of chicken here soon.
Yep.
We've got 59 birds that we've got to process. Oh. Okay. So chicken cordon bleu.
Yes.
Everybody loves chicken cordon bleu.
Yes.
Have you had it as a casserole?
Not yet, but you will.
It is so easy and so yummy. Because you can't. The only way you can get chicken cordon bleu is if you buy it pressed and formed, and
you can make it,
you
but
can,
what
but
a hassle.
Exactly. It is a hassle. This is way easier. It's shredded chicken, or heck, if you have chicken patties, you know, or chicken grill, whatever kind of chicken you want, you can use, okay? Ham, the big thick ham slices. I like the Canadian bacon slices. Cream cheese, Dijon mustard, lemon juice, Swiss cheese on top. Oh my gosh.
And now this meal,
so yummy.
in terms of money, this is going to be probably a little on the high side, more like $7 because of the ham
and the cream cheese.
And the cream cheese.
And the chicken. So.
But trust me, worth it.
Yeah. You could use leftover chicken, like if you roast a chicken, take some of that and you can use that as your for the chicken.
So get that on there. Also, how many, did you put salad on more than once? I hope.
We have salad with ziti and spaghetti.
See, because this is the funny thing is, growing up, I never would have thought you have salad as that's your main thing. That's just what you have salad and bread or salad and something else, like a side. But it's become that the kids like it and we like it.
Yeah. Yeah, because again, you can with the baked potato bar, you can use up some leftovers that you have of beef or turkey or chicken from the refrigerator, if you so desire, or you can just have salad.
Okay, let's think about family movie night meals, because we've got you filled them all up except one.
No, we have two.
Okay. Family movie night.
Because we can do a family movie night on a Saturday too.
That's fine. That's great. So, and what you're trying to think of is what's easy to eat that's not going to make a huge mess. Like our kids will put down a towel underneath that. They have this small little blue table that they'll bring out, and then we'll put a towel down that way. If something happens, it doesn't get ground into the carpet and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Ideas?
I don't know, but what's really funny is I haven't filled in a single Thursday.
Not one.
Not one. It's completely open.
All right. Well, what are you thinking? That's pretty good. We haven't got a whole lot of beef meals yet.
No.
Swedish meatballs over cavatappi noodles.
Okay. We can do that.
If you have not had cavatappi noodles, they are so good because they're those little curly ones, but they're hollow and they're like that big. So when you get like one or two on your fork with some of the sauce, it holds the sauce inside it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and they're ridged so that the sauce kind of sticks to the outside of the noodle too.
So Swedish meatballs, cavatappi noodles. The meat, let's call that $4, you think?
Okay.
And because you don't need a whole lot, you're going to make small ones. And it's, once again, it's almost like a gravy.
We haven't done prices for pretty much anything except for the first one and this one.
That was you, baby. That was all you.
No, because you're supposed to give me
I've been telling them.
No, you haven't.
I have.
I'll have to go through and rewatch the videos so that I can get those prices.
Well, then start going back. Red beans and rice.
Got that.
How much?
I don't know. Oh, we said...
Can't be $4.
6. I thought we said 6.
Because the chicken's $1. Yeah, the chicken's $1. The can was 70 cents. You're talking $4 on the top end.
Okay.
Top end.
Okay.
Oh, geez. Here we go. Holy Mylanta. Okay, one thing that one of you guys made a suggestion, and we have not implemented it yet, and I really want to implement it, is kebabs. Now, she doesn't like making kebabs because it's piddly. There's so much stuff. But our kids would love to get involved in doing that. Here, you cut up all this, you cut up all that, and then they assemble it. So I'm thinking, I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm just giggling, that's all.
So, beef kebabs. I can take a small cut of it doesn't have to be a great cut of meat at all. Because if you marinate it, see, there's the key. You can take a piece of junk, $3 or $4 chunk of meat, cut it into small pieces, and marinate the snot out of it, and it's going to be delightful. What?
didn't realize there was snot in meat.
What are you talking about?
Said marinate the snot out of it.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I'm in a giggly
She's
mood.
getting tipsy.
From what?
My presence.
Oh, brother. Okay, how much for tacos?
Okay, tacos, we're going to say the ground beef could be like $4. Or your pico.
All right, we'll go
we're calling
$6.
$6.
Okay, cheap spaghetti, $5.
6. Well, 5.
Okay.
No, the can of soup's $1. Then $4 for the bacon. $6. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's fair. All right, now, how many more? What do we got left over there, baby?
All Thursdays.
All Thursdays.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
A third of the way through.
This is from our first cookbook, and this is always a hit. And that is breakfast burritos. Every once in a while, it's nice to have breakfast for dinner. And breakfast burritos, you're talking eggs. You're talking some kind of sausage if you want it, or ham or bacon or nothing.
Or, yeah.
Or cheese. You want onions in there, mushrooms, whatever you want to throw in there.
Yep.
Breakfast burritos. And you're talking $5 or $6, depending on your ingredients. And that, I mean, you put that on a plate, everybody loves breakfast burritos. So, what else we got? Let's see, baby. Okay, we're still all. Have you put anything on the Thursdays yet?
No.
Why do you keep avoiding the Thursdays?
I don't know. I don't like Thursday.
I love Thursday.
Oh, why?
Because it's
What
so
makes
close
it-
to Friday.
I was going to say, what makes it different than any other day? What's funny, when this video comes out, it'll be Thursday.
Well, you're going to pick a Thursday that we're not having near a breakfast-y meal because we're going to have another breakfast meal.
Okay.
Sausage gravy and biscuits. Then you put that together. Okay, she makes these buttermilk homemade biscuits that are
Yummy.
killer. And they're less than $1 because of the flour and all that kind of stuff. They would have to, it would be a little bit more for them because of the buttermilk.
Right.
Because we get our own. So let's call it $2 for the biscuits.
Okay.
Because you're not going to use the whole thing of buttermilk.
Right.
And then the sausage, you don't use it all either, but...
No, I use a whole pound.
So how much is that, $4?
I think they're $2.99 at the store.
So 3,
We haven't
4,
bought
5.
it in a while.
So that meal's like $5,
Yeah.
you know? And believe it or not, it's so filling and so good.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else we got? How many more days?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Meatless. What other meatless meals do we have that we could throw in there? Because we try not to have it meat all the time.
No, I mean, we like to eat meat. We're not vegetarians.
We do.
But we do have occasionally a meal without meat.
We're trying to do that more.
We are trying to do that more.
What about a cheese tortellini?
Okay.
A cheese tortellini?
And then there's that garlic sauce that goes
Yep.
with it. It's really light.
Yep.
Easy garlic. Oh, that's the Alfredo.
There's a different
another one that I make that is really light. It's not a heavy sauce. Like Alfredo can be very heavy.
So like a cheese tortellini, we just got them from Aldi.
Cheap.
Wasn't it $2.50
$1.
a package?
I thought they were $1.70.
You're right.
$1.70 a package for 10 ounces of tortellini.
So 2 of them feeds us all.
Yeah.
With a side.
Really yummy too.
And if she makes bread, fresh bread, it's like forget about it. It's
Forget about it.
And sometimes I like it when we have the fresh bread and it's just like a dipping oil. I'll put like some salt into nice olive oil and maybe a little pepper, maybe a little Parmesan cheese. Real nice.
Yeah.
What else we got here? How many more days, baby?
8.
Have you been putting prices on them?
Not those last 2.
Okay. What about, let's see. Want another chicken one?
No.
No. What are you looking for?
Nothing. I'm just making sure I got all the prices on
Let's
these.
go here.
We have lots of chicken on here.
We do
While
have a lot of chicken.
we love chicken. We eat it a lot.
Here you go. That is something.
I love that. That's
great.
so good. Okay.
It's a beef meal.
It's a fast beef meal. You could do it without the meat. You could do it as just veggies, but it's the seasoning. It's a.
We got to tell them what it is.
I'm gonna.
Oh.
It's a minute steak ratatouille. So you've got your zucchini, your squashes, onions. You cut those up, and tomatoes. You can saute them in the skillet after you have sauteed the minute steaks, not sauteed, seared.
Right.
And then it's just got the herb de Provence seasoning on it that's really, really good. I like that a lot. It's really yummy and fast.
Thursday.
I will put that on a Thursday. It's a really fast meal. We need one more movie night.
Movie night, I got it. And I know it's more Mexican-y, Latin-y kind of vibe.
That's all right.
Quesadillas.
That's easy.
And that's meatless.
Yeah.
And it's super, super tasty, super fast. You're talking less than 20 minutes from scratch till eating.
Yeah.
Because you're talking refried beans, cheese, chop up some onion in there, put a little hot sauce on the plate, a little bit of sour cream, and everybody's happy. What else we got, Mama? And that, let's call that $5?
I put $3.
You gotta buy
we get our tortillas for $1.
But then a big can of refried beans is gonna be $1.50. Then
$2.50.
onion, you're gonna need an onion.
25 cents.
Cheese, the bag of cheese is gonna be $2.50.
Okay, fine. Yeah, but we don't use the whole bag, do we?
No, but you gotta try
I'll
to kind of
put
figure it out.
$4?
Yeah.
All right, $4. Give or take a few cents.
Oh, here's another great recipe. I don't want to put another chicken on here, but lemon chicken piccata.
So good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right, we need 2 Thursdays, 2 Saturdays, and 2 Tuesdays.
A Saturday.
Six meals.
Do we have any brats on there?
No.
Brats got to be on a Saturday.
Okay.
Bratwurst. Now, for those of you who don't know brats, a brat is a sausage that has a specific kind of flavor to it. Generally, if you're doing it the right way, it's they're bigger than hot dogs. They've got a little curve to them, and not those white things they serve in Cincinnati. That's not a brat.
Well, they serve them up here too, honey.
It's weird. That's not a brat. They're brown, and you get a couple cans of beer, one for the pot, one for Dad, and then you kind of simmer it in the beer and onions. Like chopped up onion for a good hour or two.
Yeah.
Then you grill them, get them nice and not burned, but just like that dark brown, and it's perfect.
Put them back in that beer until you're ready to eat them. Oh,
Sauerkraut on top. Oh yeah.
So yes, I put ketchup on it.
Brats.
And lots of people are like, "Oh, you can't put ketchup on it."
Mustard. Love mustard.
Yeah, not a fan. But.
All right, what else we got?
Okay, a Saturday, a Thursday, 2 Thursdays, and 2 Tuesdays.
Saturday and 2 Thursdays. Let's go with. You know what? Maybe let's plan for a late month soup. Lemon.
That's risking it.
Chicken orzo.
Okay.
Soup.
That's such a light
So good.
soup.
That one's in here, I think.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, lemon chicken orzo and
Not soap.
soap. Have a nice bowl of soap. It's really good, and then you could do even just like a crusty bread. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry now.
Okay, so how much? And you just ate lunch. So what? How
much?
Yeah.
Okay, the chicken, you're gonna be less than a pound, so go with the thighs, get them on sale. Let's call that $1, $1.50. The orzo is $1 for the box, but you're not gonna use all of it either. You're talking broth. You're about $5.
Okay.
You know, to be fair. We got our breakfast
4.
burritos. 4 more things?
4 more.
All right. I'm going with another soup. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to believe that it's not going to be super hot.
Okay.
Either our go-to or this. Our go-to would be dumplings. Chicken dumpling soup.
Chicken dumpling soup, yeah.
Chicken dumpling soup. We don't make dumplings like you see on TV. They're not like those thick Amish square rectangular things.
These are big clouds floating
They're like
in broth.
big clouds, yeah.
They're so good.
They are.
Yeah.
So pop that on there.
Well, the problem being is we'd have 3 chicken things in a row. Okay.
Right there, Saturday.
Okay.
And you're talking broth, some carrots, a little celery, some chicken, and then these dumplings. And all it is flour and eggs
And seasoning.
and seasoning. And they are so good. Okay, 2 more days?
How much?
We're going to have to go $5 on that because the broth.
Right. Okay, so 3.
3.
2 Thursdays.
What do you got here? You got to help me out here, baby. Oh, you know what we haven't had? And I know it's very carby, but it's cheap. That is stir fry.
Oh, yeah. Stir fry's really good.
Stir fry, because then you can use whatever you got left over. You got chicken, you got pork, you got whatever. The rice is like nothing. I mean, the seasonings and everything, you're probably talking $4 for stir fry.
Right.
So 1 more?
1 more. 2 more. Thursday and a Tuesday.
Thursday and a Tuesday. We're going to go with... We already got that one on there. What about...
That looks yummy.
Yeah. That's a new recipe that we've only made one time, but it was so good we
So
put it
yummy.
in the recipe book.
Right. And let's do this one.
It's a lot like a shepherd's pie.
It is a lot like shepherd's pie, however, you don't cook the meat beforehand. It is the crust of the pie.
And it's called fully loaded beef pie.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. And we'll describe it.
All right, well, you've got your crust of beef on the bottom of your pan, and then you have a bunch of different veggies, and you mix everything up, and you put your mashed potatoes on the top. You put everything in the middle, and then you put your potatoes on top, and then your cheese, and then you bake it. It's yummy.
Is that it?
1 more.
Okay. This is a salad that is not good for you, but is so delicious. We can have grilled chicken with this.
Yes, yeah.
And bok choy salad. Now, bok choy it looks like that Napa cabbage kind of thing. We actually use Napa cabbage usually.
Yeah, I like the Napa cabbage better than the
cheaper.
bok choy.
You get more, and it's greener. But it's called bok choy salad. And what it is, you're going to toast up some ramen noodles, just the noodles, and you crush them up and with some sesame seeds and almonds and a little butter. And then you've got your Napa cabbage, and then there's a dressing that goes on it that's like soy and sugar and vinegar. And you put that over the top of that, and man, oh man, I could eat bowls and bowls and bowls of that.
Yeah, it's really, really good and light. It's great for a hot summer day. It's great for a potluck.
Yes, you will get asked back.
Yeah, it's a lot of... we've had this recipe for probably 20 years. Mom gave it to us shortly after we were married. It's a great recipe, but a lot of folks online call it the Asian salad or something like that. But this is the one we've had for 20 plus years.
Okay, so we're going with the chicken at $1 again, getting it on sale at Aldi. And then the cabbage itself would be $2. And then the dressing and the ramen is less than another $1.
Yeah.
So $4. Why don't you tally everything up, Mama?
Okay.
See what you can do. You got everything? You need paper?
No.
I would need paper. I would need paper and a big old crayon is what I'd need. Here, I'll share some of the other recipes while she's doing that. Let's get to the desserts. Yeah. Let's see. Manicotti. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Taco meatloaf. We didn't put that on there, but yeah, 3 cheese chicken spaghetti. Oh, here we go. Desserts. Blueberry coffee cake. Yaha. Cranberry orange
so
cake.
Yummy.
Yaha.
I think we did that as a video.
Maybe. I don't remember. We make a lot of videos. Pecan sandy cookies. Oh, this one. I'll tell you what, if you like pecan pie, this cookbook is worth it just for this recipe. Christa's pecan pie is silly. Let's see. Oh, Claire's chocolate bars made it in here, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, at first I thought it was gonna be like really weird, but they turned out really good. I was like, I don't want to eat that.
Her Buckeyes are in there too.
S'more bars, yummy. Apple squares. Oh, these are so good. Mexican wedding cookies. Nice and powder sugary. Delightful. Chocolate Pringles.
Can I have the calculator for me?
Yes, ma'am. Don't delete the cookbook.
I will not vote for crying out loud. No way. Are you kidding with as much as we have all worked? Oh, gee.
We have all worked on it.
Yeah.
Claire helped, I helped, you done more than both of us.
I did the, second to final edit.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, I know we said under 300?
We said under 300.
Well, then this gives plenty of room for other fresh vegetables and breakfast and lunch stuff as the additions. The total to this whole thing comes out to $166.
Yeah. Yeah. Something that saves us a lot of money is making bread. Not buying bread is a huge cost.
Yeah.
You go and spend, if you want to buy the healthier bread, they're $4 a loaf.
And besides, you could just go out in the yard and grab some sticks and twigs and throw it in, and it's not going to make any bit of difference.
Okay.
It's going to give you the same kind of effect, if you know what I mean.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yard trash. Throw it in there.
Cracking me up. Oh
so,
my goodness.
But $166, we're like at almost half of what we guessed.
Right. But now if we go ahead and we add in the cost of the feed for the milk and the eggs,
it's going to be more.
It's going to be about $300 a month, because that's about, we don't spend another $140 on feed a month. No. But we spend probably
60.
Yeah, I think we probably spend $60 to $80 a month, depending on how much the,
we got to feed the animals.
We've got to feed pigs right now, which is a short-term cost, and then feeding the meat birds is a short-term cost. But feeding the dairy cow and the laying hens, that's a long-term cost.
Yeah.
So I average that out over the whole year.
But for you, if you had to just buy this stuff straight, first of all, find an Aldi or find a discount place where you can get these things. Like, the chicken is no joke. You can get it for 70 cents a pound, but you got to wait. They do it like twice a month, and then they do it on a Wednesday.
Also, try and find a restaurant supply place that's not a membership. GFS or Gordon Food Service is a great place. They don't just have tools. They have large bags of bread flour, large bags of rice, large bags of sugar. They also have large quantities of meat in bulk. So you're not having to spend that annual cost of going to Sam's or Costco. And then, of course, tons of other things that are tempting. You go to GFS and you buy your beef, your chicken, that kind of thing in bulk, and then you freeze it in separate meals.
One thing that a lot of people don't know about GFS too is you can go to their deli section and buy an entire thing of ham or salami or whatever, and they'll cut it for you.
They'll slice it, yep.
They'll cut it for you for free.
Yeah, and then package it in like a styrofoam thing, and then we would take it home
and separate it
out and freeze what we weren't putting in the fridge. So that's a great way to save money.
All right, folks, so this can be done.
Yep.
And if you take a look at these meals, we're not talking about junk. We're not talking about pre-baked this, prefab that. No, it's all good stuff.
Well, and these are also meals that don't take a ton of time. We're talking 35, 40 minutes.
For most of them, yeah.
From start to finish. And it's whole ingredients. It's not a box of this or a can of this.
Yeah.
Well, except for the cheap spaghetti.
Cheap spaghetti, frogs.
But that's a once in a blue moon kind of recipe.
Right.
But the majority, the 99.9% of our meals are single ingredient recipes.
So it can be done.
Yep.
You can save a ton of money. It drives me nuts when I hear families of 4 or 5 spending $800 to $1,000 a month in food.
That's nuts.
I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either.
You know, even if you doubled this, if you're like, Brad, that can't be done, double it.
Right.
$300.
Right. Right.
You know?
We are a family of 7 at home now.
That are eating.
That are eating. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, it can be done. And these are healthy recipes, not twigs and berries. Sorry. These are...
It just came to my mind. Someone harvesting sticks out in the yard and putting it in their bread. It's good for fiber.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, look. I
So-
found some rocks.
These are healthy recipes for your family because they're not riddled with loads and loads of chemicals out of a box. You know, this is doing something like this is just as inexpensive as a hamburger helper.
It really is.
And way
People
better
don't
for you.
realize that. So with that, go save some money and eat better in the process.
Well, save that money and buy our cookbook.
Buy like 10 of them, just
Yes.
because they're better if you have extra.
You need one in every room of the
Downloads.
house.
They're downloads, so you know.
Did you hear? You need one in every room of the house.
So anyway, I'm Brad.
And I'm Krista.
You guys have an amazing and blessed day.